Hello dear students, how are you? I hope you all are safe at home. Dear students, today I will teach you chapter 6, early stages of history. Right students? Today in today's video I will teach you only half chapter. Right students? And next half I will teach you in next week, next video. Right? So, first of all, first topic is early political organizations. Right. Dear students, in last chapter we had studied about the Aryans. Aryans, you know, we had studied about the Aryans. That when they come to India, they settle down in janas or tribes and led a semi-nomadic life here, but in later Vedic age the Aryans spread over the Gangetic plains. Janpadas came into existence. We know about the Janpada from Brahmanas, from early Buddhist text and from excavated archaeological remains. Right? Janpadas are either monarchies like Magadha or republics like Vajji. Some Janpadas grew in size and became Mahajanpada by capturing more and more land. And by 600 BCE, there were 16 Mahajanpadas. Among them, 4 were monarchies. Which Mahajanpadas were monarchy? Kosala, Avanti, Vatsa and Magadha. Right? And among them, Magadha was the most powerful kingdom. Now about republics and monarchies. A Janpada could be a republic. Republic means a state having an elected ruler or rulers. Right? Or a monarchy. What is monarchy? A state ruled by a single hereditary ruler. Hereditary means first father is ruler, then his son means the rule passed one generation to next generation. Right? For example, the Janpada of Vajji in northern Bihar was republic, while the Janpada of Magadha in south Bihar was monarchy. Right? Now about Magadha. We come to know about this kingdom from Puranas, Buddhist and Jain texts. Two of the major religions, Jainism and Buddhism, originated here. Out of the 16 Mahajanpadas, Magadha emerged as a powerful and important kingdom under the rule of King Bimbisara. And all these 16 Mahajanpadas always fought among themselves to control each other's territory. But Magadha was the most important among those. Why Magadha was most powerful? There were some reasons. Right? There were some reasons to make him most powerful. What were those reasons? Which led to the expansion and rise of this kingdom. Number one reason was geographical reason. Magadha was located strategically surrounded by river Ganga in north, Champa in east and Sona in west. Down south it was surrounded by Vindhya mountains, which made it difficult to attack and conquer it. Right? Three sides rivers and one side Vindhya range. Nobody could attack, right, or conquer. Now, second reason was economic reason. The rivers of the sides of the kingdom made its land fertile, which resulted in good harvest and prosperity of the kingdom. Right? Trade and water supply was also carried on through these rivers. The iron ore mines in the hilly regions of Magadha helped them to make tools and weapons made of iron. Right? Natural resources of forest provided timber and elephants for the army. Right? Now, the most important reason was military reason. These reasons separately is not given in your book. So, you will listen it from video carefully. Right? Magadha had reserves of elephants, army and iron weapons. Elephants were captured and trained for military purposes. Magadha's army was probably the first to tame and use elephants for the war. War elephants could cross the rivers and wade through jungles with ease, which gave Magadha army an advantage. Right? The most important reason was political reason. Right? Political reason. Under Bimbisara, the power and prestige of his kingdom increased. He expanded his kingdom by conquering other lands and entering into marriage alliances with neighboring kingdoms. First, he captured the Mahajanpadas of Anga, and by marrying Kosala Devi of Kosala, he received town of Kashi as dowry. Right? He was murdered by his son Ajatashatru, who succeeded him and aggressively annexed Kosala. Ajatashatru also conquered Lichvi of Vaishali and other Mahajanpadas like Vajji, who emerged as the king of the Magadha kingdom. Right? And the rulers who succeeded Ajatashatru were weak. Right? Who succeeded him? Nanda. Nanda dynasty was the last prominent dynasty of Magadha before Chandragupta Maurya conquered and established the dynasty. Okay, students. So, half chapter is over. The rest of the chapter I will teach you in next video, next week. You will listen the video carefully. First, you will read the chapter carefully. Difficult word you will see in dictionary. Okay, students, you will try to analyze the lesson yourself. Okay, students, and you will do the worksheet also. Right, students, stay home, stay safe.